Hello everyone and welcome back to another video of Pocket Plan project. Today we are going to add our header and footer to the website. So let's start working on that, but before that I want to share something with you that I have asked Gemini the AI about how the structure of our website and UI should look like, that we can take inspiration from, and here it is what the Gemini has answered. So it have a header with title Pocket Plan, then some buttons or links to homepage, dashboard page and start budgeting. Then we have a hero section here and a link to dashboard page. Then we have some more cards here. So we can take some inspiration from this and build something like this in our Pocket Plan project. So let's start working on that. So let's start by creating a new folder in our root directory called components. So components, and inside it we need to create another folder called header, and inside it we need to create a file called header.tsx because we are using TypeScript, that's why we have tsx. Another file that we need to create is the footer, so let's also create that inside components folder footer.tsx. So let's start working on our header file. First of all, we need to export default async function here because it is server component. So export default async function, and let's call this function as functional component as header, and it will simply return a header tag. Let me add the parentheses also, and everything is good. So let me just quickly build it for you to save your time. Okay, so I have created our header structure and UI. Here it is. First we have a header tag here with some classes defined. Then we have a link component with route to home page. Then some classes defined for our website title, that is Pocket Plan. The classes we are defining, that is text 3XL, the font size and text color teal 500 and font weight of bold. Then we have a div here which renders the header nav items, that is the dashboard link, profile link and the plan page link. So let's open our header nav items component and see what functionality does it have. So here we have a state here called show profile menu, which is used to toggle the profile menu. Then we have a set show profile menu state method that switches the show profile menu state. Then we have a nav tag here with links defined to dashboard and profile, and we will talk about profile menu in a bit. Then we have a link to start planning page, that is a plan page where we can input our budget such as income, expenses, etc. So now let's see our profile menu functionality here, which is only shown when the show profile menu state is true, and it is handled by this button called profile. So let's open our profile menu component, and here we have a variable called is auth user, which is hard coded to false. I have put this variable just to show the logged in user functionality and logged out user functionality. Later we will replace this with the Firebase authentication system. So what the functionality of this variable is that if it is false, then we are rendering the unauth profile menu, that is the logged out user profile menu, and if it is true, then we are rendering the auth profile menu, that is the logged in user functionality and profile menu, actually profile menu. So let's open this auth profile menu component here, and what is this doing is it just simply renders a logout button, that's all. Then next we have the unauth profile menu, then it renders the link to sign in page and link to sign up page. So it is a very simple header component, not too much of a functionality. So basically what it is doing, it renders the website title, that is Pocket Plan, on the left side of our website, and render nav items on the right side. Inside nav items we have links such as dashboard page, then the plan page and a profile button also that renders the auth profile menu or unauth profile menu. So currently we are not seeing our header here inside website because we need to include it in the layout.tsx file. And let me show you the folder and file structure for creating this header component. First we have a header folder here inside components, which contains header component, the main component, then the header nav items, then the profile menu, and here we have inside profile menu auth profile menu component and unauth profile menu component. So let's include our header in our layout.tsx files, but before that let me check my dev server if it is running or not. Okay, it is running. So let's include our header component above the children here. So we can simply say header from components header, basically simple. So let's import here, and if I now click on save, we should see our header component. Okay, we are seeing our header component here with title on the left, then a link to dashboard, profile menu, and here is the profile menu for unauth user. We see sign in and sign up links. Then we have a start planning page link. So this was all for our header component. Now let's work on our footer component. So let's close all of these files and open our footer and create it. So first we need to export default async function and async keyword because it is the server component. You can call it footer, and let's just return a footer tag here. Next we need to define a paragraph here, and let's add some padding to our footer. Padding of 4 may be okay. So let's give our footer tag some paragraph here. So first of all we need the copyright symbol. So ampersand copy, and then we can say copyright 2025 Shubham Singh, all rights reserved, and let me make the R capital here. And this is all we need to do here in the footer component. Let's add a semicolon here and give some classes to our paragraph. First is the text center, and I think all we need is this only. So let's import it in the layout file. So let's include it here called footer, and if I now save, we should see our footer component here. Okay, we are seeing our footer component here, copyright 2025 Shubham Singh, all rights reserved. And let me do one more thing, is that I want to place my footer at the bottom of our browser window, and I want my home page to take all the available height in the browser window, and just below that place the footer. So how can we do that? We need to add some classes to our layout files body tag, that is flex and flex call, and one more class, that is the minimum height of screen. So what it will do, it will arrange the components in flex style and set the minimum height of our body tag to the browser's window height. So if I now save, nothing should be visible because we need to do one more thing, that is go to our home page and add some more classes here. So what are the classes we need to add? The first one is the flex one, and then overflow auto. So if I now say, we should see our home page taking up all the height of our screen and the footer on our bottom of the browser window. So this was the structure and layout of our Pocket Plan website that I want to follow, and we are done with our header and footer component now. Next we need to work on our home page.